Thanks, Michaela. Do you know whether California or Maine has a better climate for growing citrus fruits? How about which Canadian province manufactures more than half of the nation's goods? One local 8th grader might be able to help you with those answers and much, much more. Joining us this morning is Wheeler School student Max Levine, who has just returned home from the National Geographic Bee in Washington, D.C. Cool stuff. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on here today. Okay. I was never good at geography in school. This is your second time at this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way to study for this, or are you someone who it just comes naturally to?
Well, I've been studying for this a lot. I do have some sort of natural instinct for geography, but it does take a lot of studying. So I browse over atlases and almanacs, and I like traveling too, which helps with that. And my parents help me study as well. So.
And for anyone who doesn't know, this isn't something like they're holding up pictures of the state and you've got to identify what state or what country it is. You have to know a little bit about the country that the topic may be on, the state that they're asking you questions about. How do you keep it all organized?
I don't really know. I don't really know, but it takes a lot of studying to remember all of the things that I need to, and even then, you know, if you get tripped up on a question, there's nothing you can really do.
Yeah, that's one thing. We recently did a contest for us, and we stood up there, and you hear the questions coming at you. Do you ever get that blank stare where you're like, yeah, I just don't know what it is?
Yes, that is the worst feeling for me in the bee, absolutely.
All right, this is your second time at it. Was this time easier than the first time you did it? Because you felt comfortable, a little more comfortable with your surroundings?
This time was actually much harder because I knew this is my last year that I'm eligible to compete in the bee. And also, at the preliminaries at the nationals, there are 9 rounds. And usually if you get 9 questions, you'll get in. And then if you get 8, you'll go into a tiebreaker round to see who gets into the top 10. This year there were 9 perfect scores though, and I was one of them. So if there were 1 or 2 more, there would have had to have been a tiebreaker for the perfect scores.
And how many kids participate in this competition?
It starts with about 4 to 5 million kids.
Wow. And you were narrowed down to top 10.
Yes.
That's incredible. That's out of control. You've got to be happy, and your family's got to be so proud that you made it that far.
I'm really glad. That was one of my life goals.
You can check that off. And how old are you?
I'm 14. Well, I was 14 before the bee started, and then I turned 15.
So what is the cutoff for kids to enter the contest or to be part of the contest?
You can only compete for 5 years at a time.
Right.
It's from 4th to 8th grade, and you can't have reached your 15th birthday by the September of the year before the bee.
Okay, all right, so what do you want to do next?
There is something called the United States Geography Olympiad, so I'm looking into that because I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this geography stuff. Because
Well, man, oh man, if there's something you can do, go for it. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming in. And if you want to learn more about Max's journey, which is just incredible, to the National Geographic Geography Bee, you can make sure to visit our website at WPRI.com.